here's the quickest way to get more sales guaranteed. I got something that's guaranteed for you guys, but you got to understand a few things before that, because tons of entrepreneurs are trying to increase their close rate, as I just told you. But the problem is that they didn't made sure that the system before was set up in the right way. So you got to make sure that whatever you do, whatever you're trying to do down the line, whatever you're doing with your sales system, your sales process, you got to make sure that the things before the sales process are fixed and working correctly. And one of the things that you got to understand first is that marketing is prior to selling, because as I told you guys, tons of entrepreneurs are fixing the sales process, making sure they got more sales and they get, perfect script, perfect way to handle the objection. That's incredible and that's extremely important. I'm never going to say the opposite. The thing is, you also got to take care of other things, because let's think about it. What are the reasons, talking about inbound traffic, but one of the reasons that your customers are throwing objections at you, they are making it difficult for you. Some may say the lead sucks. One of those reasons is because, hey, it's like in selling. In selling, if we have trouble in the close, that's because we didn't do correctly the fact finding, the grading. That's the step before that actually causes the step we are in to make it difficult. And that's exactly the same thing when you talk about selling in the whole aspect of it. Setting and closing becomes difficult when the marketing prior to the selling is not done correctly. So what is the marketing done before the selling I'm talking about? Well, maybe your ad didn't qualify enough the customers that you wanted to talk to, and down the line in the funnel that you got and in the sales meeting that you get with those people, they're not really that qualified and you're wasting some time, or maybe they're really difficult. Now, some of them you're going to have to battle with them, and that's okay. That's no problem. You should be trained in order to handle these situations. But what you need to also make sure that is that, hey, if you can grab some low-hanging fruits, best opportunities, why not getting those? You know what I mean? So one of the best things to do, or at least to understand the mind shift that you need to understand, is that, hey, if the selling part is broken, is complicated, that's something that was before it that was broken, or that you didn't accomplish the best way you possibly can. Now, what can that step be? What can that thing be? Well, it can be something in the sales process. Let's say you are in the closing step and you see that they're not ready to close. They are really difficult to close. You got to handle a lot of objections. Oftentimes, that's going to be something that's in the sales process by itself. But oftentimes, it's something that's even prior to that, even prior to them entering the sales process. The first time they saw you, the first time they got in contact with you, they understood, okay, what is that? Like, they got awareness about you, that marketing space. If you don't do that step correctly, the whole process down the line, the rest of the funnel is going to not work efficiently. So you got to make sure that every step of the way you are doing things correctly to set up an easy close, an easy sale from that point on. The ad, the sales page, the application, if you do a high ticket funnel, we are going to talk about that further in today's episode, how to do a high ticket application funnel. All those things like that, you need to set them up the right way in order to make the sale easy on you. Now, I'm not saying that you gotta hope that everything is going to be easy for you. That's not what I'm saying. But the thing is, if we can make sure that as many easy sales, like people that are already qualified and that pretty much the whole marketing, the whole funnel did the work for you, and that you only have to take as many orders as possible, well, that's great. That saves you some time, that makes you some money quicker, and you have more time to make more money and to do other things. So that's extremely important to understand this. All the steps prior to the closing are the things that you need to fix if you're having trouble to close. Think about this. And also, something that's important in order to facilitate the closing process is the follow-up. Like, I'm not going to stress that enough. Follow-up, like, the money is in the follow-up. The goal is in the follow-up. You got to make sure that whatever you are doing, your follow-up system is top-notch. Make sure that it's great and that it's working. Why do I say that? Well, you can see, like, the follow-up process is extremely important, because whenever you don't have one, people forget about you. They are not going to contact you back, and you're going to have trouble to close them and build that genuine trust. And you got to find some time to follow up, guys, because whether it's like creating your email list, newsletter, setting up those things, or whether it's calling them back, sending them creative ways, text messages, emails, social touches, whatever it is, you got to find out ways to follow up with them, because that's the most efficient way you can actually do it and actually make sure that you stay in contact with them. And that's going to make the close easy on you. And sometimes, oftentimes even, it's going to grab you opportunities that you didn't thought were possible, but actually are. You just had to follow them up a bit to make sure you get them at the right time.